Alright, so I think I just found the most broken build in Dead by Daylight after all the reworks and changes we made to this game. So first of all, we've got oppression. So after you damage the generator, up to 4 other random generators also begin regressing. Before it was 3, and now we go above to 4. And also if they're working on the generators, they gain a hard skill check. And barbecue and chili, that just got reworked. So after you hook all survivors at least once, the base damage generator increases by 5%. And then we have the last perk of the build, which is Scourge Jagged Compass. So after you hook a survivor in a Scourge hook, the aura of the most progress generator is revealed to you in yellow for 10 seconds. And also if someone gets unhooked, it becomes a Scourge hook. Okay, so this build may not make any sense for now, but after I explain it, it definitely will. So the base damage on generators is 5%, paired with barbecue and chili, it makes it 10% altogether. And then we have Pop Goes the Weasel, that is now base kit, which makes it 30%. And of course, Jagged Compass, so after you kill survivor in a Scourge hook, we see the aura of the most progress generator for 10 seconds, so that we can see the aura of that gen, and then use our 30% to pop it. And oppression, so after we kick that generator and it loses 30%, 4 other generators also start regressing, which is insane. But yeah, that's basically the build. We also got newly reworked Deerstalker, which allows us to see the aura of any survivor that sees our aura, which is interesting. But yeah, let's just get straight into the games. And alright, you have Dead Dog Saloon. I feel like this should be a pretty good map. But yeah, let's go find the survivors first. And yeah, you should already know what her power does. But basically, in this form, she can spit balls that kind of gets you into the first stage. And then she has a second form that allows you to like fly. Let me just get these survivors. Oh my god, she's giving up. Please don't give up. I will switch to the second form, as you can see here. And in this one, you can't really M1 them. But as you can see, I hit her once. And her little like bar on the left fills up. So after you hit her 3 times, it fills up to full, just like this, and then you can finally damage her after M2ing her or M1ing her. So let me just show that real quick. I should be able to do it shortly. She kind of does like a little demogorgon dash, and perfect. Now she's injured. And yeah, that's basically her power. So you throw the orbs to get them infected, and they kind of just, you know, they basically just allow you to damage the survivors in the second stage. Also, they just, you know, blinded me. Oh, and we see the other survivor. Also, she can vault over the pallets, which is interesting. Where did she go, though? Oh, there she is. Let me actually change forms, because this one is a little bit better at start. Because after you shoot them at least once with the little blood orb thingy, just like this, they get infected. And yeah, now I can actually M1 her with the second power. So actually, the best part about her is you can just do the little blood thing like this once, and then after that, you can use the other form to damage them. But yeah, let's just look around this Scourge, even though it won't really be of use. I would go for this. Yeah, actually, let's go for her. Like, I know all the tunneling changes and whatever, but she's literally right next to us. Like, what am I supposed to do when she's right next to us? Let me just do the little blood orb thingy. Basically, that doesn't do really much for us in this situation, but you know what, why not? I'm gonna just break this pallet real quick and probably get her to another Scourge. Or just a normal hook. Also, Deerstalker is actually giving us a lot of value right now. But yeah, we don't want to kill that Sable right now, because after we do that, all gens will be blocked because of all the new changes, which is kind of annoying. But that kind of encourages us to go for other survivors, which is alright. Let me just kill her. And oh my god, I guess she was injured for some reason. And then we can kick this generator with that base kit pop and whatever, which will be insane for us. And we also have Deerstalker, which just activated, but I can't really see any auras right now. But whatever, we can just hook her. And also, I forgot to tell you, but in this form, yeah, we can see the auras there. You can basically turn into wraith and like really fast traverse the map, and then instantly become to the other form. I will change forms though, because she isn't right now infected, so our M1 wouldn't really do anything. But yeah, as you can see, we can bounce off the blood from the wall to then be able to M1 her by basically getting her infected, which is really cool. Like, yeah, you probably already know that because, I don't know, you probably watched some videos. Also, am I just tripping, or is she really slow in this form? Probably just tripping. But yeah, either way, let me just dash and get her down. And this dash is actually insane, but you just need to get them infected for it to really work. But you can do that easily with the blood orb. Either way, also one thing to keep in mind, after you kill a survivor and then M1 them, you actually like lose the base kit pop. So we don't really want to do that. We just want to go to the gens instantly and pop them. So that's basically like the best case scenario. So let me just do that real quick. It isn't regressing, or it is actually, my bad. Also, the dash is really hard to control, but either way, we can just turn into this form and she's basically dead. And yeah, let's just pick her up, get her onto another Scourge. Oh my god, they did get a flashlight save. That's actually kind of good of them. But yeah, we actually got Deerstalker. Let me change it to this mode, and then we can traverse really fast towards this survivor. Not sure where they are though. Oh, there they are. Let me do a little dash onto her. As you can see, she's not infected, so it doesn't do anything. But let's do it again to get her infected again. So this is like really bad. Honestly, you should just go to this form and use the blood. Just like this, and after that she should get infected. It does splatter all over the place, so that's pretty good. It's kind of like an unknown projectile because you can use it off a wall or you can use it directly on the survivor, but it's really hard to hit like when you do it like that. But yeah, let's just do it again. So she should get infected just like this, and then we can change forms, and then we should be easily able to get her after vaulting this window, of course. But to be honest, we may just go for this survivor since we have Deerstalker. She's playing some sort of melody, by the way, because of that new perk, or just for fun, I guess. Let me get her here again. Bro, as you can see, it's not doing anything because she's not infected. Yeah, let me just switch to this form. And that's actually really cool. Oh my god. That's like another form of playing the song, I guess. Oh my god, this is a low performance. But yeah, she finished the performance, so we can actually go for them one now. And I'll let this girl do her own thing, I guess. She isn't infected, so let's just probably go for them one. Or infect her again. Also, they're all just playing. But as you can see, you can M1 them with the little blood thing. But it's just really hard because the thingy is small. But yeah, we can stop ranting about this killer anymore because I'm pretty sure you just get the thing of her. Let's just get her to the Scourge. And then, as you can see, we can change it to this form. We can see that that generator is highly progressed. And we have 30% instantly lost. After we kick it, of course. But unfortunately, one thing to keep in mind is killers like Blight and Nurse only get 10% pop instead of 20. So that's kind of bad. Oh, I thought I could vault over it like that, but I guess I can't. And also, I should probably tell you this, but she actually is one of those killers because for some reason, Behavior thinks that she's really strong. So they just make her do 10% instead of 20. But with this build, you still get 20% after kicking a generator, so it's still pretty strong. But with most killers, it is 30%, so keep that in mind. And yeah, she's now infected. There's 2 stages to it, of course. But yeah, we can see the aura of a survivor there because of Deerstalker. At least I saw it for a second. You maybe not because it was kind of far. But yeah, let me change forms here because on the second form, it is actually easier to get the M2s. Or M1s because, you know, she can do a little dash. Unless you miss, of course, then you kind of can't. But we should be able to get her here. And perfect, we got the M2. Or M1, I'm sorry. It's like literally, it's kind of like an M2 because of the dash. But she doesn't actually have an M1, so it is an M1. But yeah, we can see her aura because she probably sees our aura. That's like their stalker value. I'm not sure why she keeps seeing it though, but yeah, let's just get her down now and this will be perfect. They do have 4 flashlights though, so let's make sure to, you know. And yeah, I find it really cool that she's first person and second person, depending on like the form she's on. But yeah, we can see the aura with probably Deerstalker. Yeah, of course. And then we can just use our dash to get to her. Like, this dash is honestly so insane. It's basically like a spirit. But you can see the auras of the survivors. Just like this. She isn't actually infected. Oh my god, that's like insanely laggy. I was gonna say she isn't fully infected, so we can't M1 her even if we wanted to. But we'll do that right now. So you'll get the blood onto her, hopefully, or not. But yeah, it's kind of hard to get her with the blood sometimes because it splatters all over the place differently depending on where you hit. But yeah, let's just pick her up now. That gen in main is also fully regressed by now, so that really shows you the power of this build. We should see a gen with a lot of progress, so let me just dash to it real quick. And then we can use our pop, so it's like 30 and 20% depending on the killer. To instantly regress it. It actually has like no progress, but it's still pretty strong. Let me actually go for this survivor. And yeah, we should be able to just M2 her like this. Unfortunately, she isn't fully infected, but like we can get her infected with 3 hits. And yeah, after this one, she should be fully infected and perfect. Now you can finally damage her or injure her just like this, so that'll be perfect. It is kind of annoying that in this form you have to do it 3 times. I think it will get buffed to like 2 because you can just do it once with the blood. But yeah, let's just get her down here and perfect. And we can just instantly vault over this pallet instead of doing anything. And actually, let's just Mori her here since we can do that apparently. She does have a pretty cool Mori though, and it is a little bit gory, so you know. And it's really cool though because you can pop off the, you know, head of the survivor. You can't really see it right now because it's gone, but like the head was in the wall so you couldn't see it, but it stays like on the ground, like she's headless in the ground and off the ground. Either way, let's get this survivor. They aren't infected though, so let me just change forms because I couldn't injure them either way. And let's just go for the M1 because why not? We can see another survivor with Deerstalker there. Honestly, I think Deerstalker will be a pretty strong like A tier perk, maybe even S depending on the build. I could Mori her, but that would be kind of wasting time. And we want Jagged Compass here, so we already showed the Mori, so it's not that important. Let me get onto this scourge. And yeah, that progress is most progress, that gen. So it's basically like nothing. Let me actually get her with the blood, hopefully. But if not, we can just get her here, please. And perfect. Now we can switch forms. And then we should just be able to M1 her easily. Just like, oh, never mind, she stunned us. But we could just vault over the pallet, which is crazy. Oh my god, she just changed. But yeah, she did get some distance. That's why we have the dash though, which is crazy. I do kind of understand why you can't, you know, M1 them well in this form unless they're infected. Because it will be a little bit too broken after that. I do actually kind of understand why it's 10% of 20. Because she does seem like a strong killer. Oh my god, she went into the locker. Let me actually just kill her here though. Yeah, I unfortunately missed. That's kind of fine though. We could just vault over this window and then probably get her here. Let me just quickly dash and she's dead. So perfect. Just remember, the dash is really hard to hit sometimes. But yeah, either way, the last survivor is on the board. We can see her aura with their soccer, so that's pretty cool. So let's just try to get her here. And yeah, she'll probably finish this gen, but do we really care? It's literally the last survivor. Let me switch forms because we can't damage her in this form. Honestly, this killer is so fun. I could probably start like second maining her. Oh, and she found the hatch, so GG's. And yeah, this build will definitely be very strong, probably even meta in some certain killers, because that's 30% every time you get a hook, and you see the aura of the generator and everything. But either way, if you did enjoy the video so far, I would really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe and, you know, do all that other stuff, because I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers and I really want to hit that. But yeah, that's the new killer, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!